Marvel's most ambitious, mind blowing, mind bending, possibly world ending movie is coming. Eternals, got a chance to see it twice. I'm going to give you my non spoiler thoughts right after this. Hey everyone, it's the Outlaw John Rocha here with a non-spoiler review for Eternals, the brand new film coming from Marvel here that is essentially supposed to be the big centerpiece that launches everything going out here into Phase 4. We've had series, we've had Black Widow, we've had other stuff come through here that's part of Phase 4, but this is the one that's supposed to kind of announce what Marvel is going to be doing here as they go further and further into space and deeper into the mythology of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's going to be something to behold. I've seen the movie twice now, so I'm going to give you my non-spoiler review here. But first, let me remind you all to please subscribe to the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you see when we're dropping all the new content we do here on the Outlaw Nation channel. And then head on over to Twitch. Go and follow and subscribe to me there. The Outlaw Nation, all one word there. I'm doing watch-alongs, play-alongs, all kinds of stuff is happening. The John and Wendy show on Fridays, exclusively on Twitch. So it's a lot of fun that's happening there on Twitch. And then later on, I'll let you know how you can be part of the Patreon so you can support everything we do here on the Outlaw Nation channel. All right, this Marvel movie boasts one of the most diverse casts ever seen in a Marvel movie. We're talking Gemma Chan, we're talking Salma Hayek, Kit Harington, you've got Kumail Nanjiani, Brian Tyree Henry, Leah McHugh, Richard Madden is in this, Lauren Ridloff, Don Lee, who is incredible in the film, Harish Patel, Kit Harington, and the great Angelina Jolie, the Oscar-winning Angelina Jolie, to really anchor this film in some Oscar-level goodness for sure. Now, the basic plot of this film is that after the return of the population in Avengers Endgame, this ignites the emergence and the Eternals, who are an immortal alien race that was created by the Celestials and have been living on Earth for over 7,000 years, are reunited to protect humanity against their evil counterparts, the Deviants. That's the basic premise of this whole thing. So let's get into what I felt about the movie. I'll tell you overall, I think the first half of the movie really works for me. Really enjoyed it, meeting the characters, getting introduced to these characters, getting to know the different actors who are playing these characters, getting to see them use their powers to a degree. We get a lot of stuff with Gemma Chan. Immediately we sense she is kind of like the leader in waiting. She's very empathetic. She connects to all the different races as they go through the different time periods of the Eternals' existence. Then we get Richard Madden as Icarus, and that's a little more of a harder edge, a little more of a stronger force there by Icarus. If you've read the Eternals comics, you know Icarus's power and what Icarus can do and how stubborn and headfast he can be, or steadfast he can be in pursuing what he thinks is the right thing to do. Kumail Nanjiani as Kingo is great. Kumail does a really good job with the humor. Does he step up to the plate fully with the drama? I don't know that he 100% gets there, but it's enough to keep me connected to what he's doing in the film. Leah McHugh is sweet as Sprite, absolutely sweet as Sprite. We get Brian Tyree Henry as Phastos. Not in the film as much as you would like him to be, but he does make the most of his screen time when he's in there. Barry Keegan here is Druig. Maybe Barry Keegan is one of the kind of not so great points in my opinion. Not that he's not a good actor. I just feel like he's not really given much to do here, but he's here and he does his thing as Druig. Certainly a very strong alternate voice to the leader of the Eternals, and I'll get to the leader of Eternals in just a second. Don Lee as Gilgamesh. Of course, Don Lee I love from Train to Busan. Great to see him in here getting a bigger canvas to show what he can do as an actor. Harish Patel as Karun is Kingo's manager. That's Kumail Nanjiani's character. He's his manager, his driver. Let me tell you something. Harish Patel steals the movie. All right? I'm not going to spoil anything he does or says. He steals the movie. Every scene he's in is funny, fantastic, and then touching as well. So shout out to him. Kit Harington as Dane Whitman is great. There's such an ease to Kit Harington. It's so great to see him play a character that is a little bit conflicted or is dealing with stuff outside, but he finds the humor in all these moments. And it's so great that he's not feeling the weight of the world as he did with Jon Snow for 8 seasons. You get to really enjoy Kit Harington as an actor in this movie when he appears, and it's not that often when he appears in this movie. Angelina Jolie, my Lord, Angelina Jolie as Athena. She brings this kind of real emotional, devastatingly emotional journey that she's going through here throughout the film. I'm not going to spoil what it is she goes through, but when you start to dial into what she's doing, it really does move you individually through her story, not as a team, but individually. You connect to her story very powerfully. And Jolie is pulling out all the stops. My God, there are some moments really just powerfully emotional scenes that when she accesses these things that you've seen her do in other films, it's just so great for the film and gives the film a little more weight, a little more resonance for sure. And then Salma Hayek as Ajax. So great as a Latino to see a Latina leading this crew, leading this team, and doing the things that she's doing here. Having been a part of the press conference that they did for this, when she was asked by one of the Latino outlets what it's like to lead this crew, she gave a very beautiful answer as an actress who really wanted to do superhero films in her 30s and 40s and wanted to force the studios to see her as that, and they didn't. And she felt, well, screw it, you guys messed up, I'm going to go have a baby and live my life. And she said, who knew that in my mid-50s I finally get a chance to come back and be a part of a superhero film? And she does a really good job here with the work that she does. The visuals of this film are incredible. I want to give some love to the cinematographer, Ben Davis. Ben Davis does a fantastic job of showing you all these different moments in the movie and films them, sets them really well with Chloé Zhao, obviously both working in tandem to create some great shots here. The philosophical conversations that you have in the movie are good conversations. Essentially, once again, we get what we've seen in numerous other films, little sci-fi of questioning the creator, of asking the creator why, of wondering why they were created, what is their purpose. All of this comes forward here throughout the movie. Do they address the why haven't they interfered in the last 7,000 years? Yes, they kind of address it. Do I think it's a bit of a cop-out answer? I do, but they address it at least and speak about it. Also, I enjoy the acting, though, all around. The acting all around is damn good. Everyone really brings their characters to life within the movie, and I appreciate that. The problem, and let's get into the problems with the movie for me. After you get through the kind of the first half of the movie, you've introduced to everybody, a lot of them disappear for long stretches of time. And then but then when they're getting the band back together, you're supposed to assume that all the stuff you had, which wasn't that much in the beginning, is enough to kind of tide you over until they bring everybody back together. And I don't think that it is. I don't sense that they have real chemistry as a team. They may have real chemistry in individual scenes with each other. There's some great stuff going on there, especially with Lauren Ridloff. I mean, shout out to Lauren Ridloff as a deaf actress playing the character of Makari. What she's able to bring to the screen in her little interactions with the different members of the Eternals is great. So needed, especially on the heels of Coda, seeing another deaf actress getting a chance to showcase what she can do. I love that we're opening the doors to this. I love that we're creating space for this and making it happen on large scales. More of this needs to happen. But as I said, these are the smaller scenes work well because you sense the chemistry of the actors between each other because they're all damn good actors. The problem is when you start to pull it out a little bit and you start to explore all the stuff that's going on with the team, it doesn't 100% work. It feels a bit forced. It feels like they're trying to make this all happen. And I think this is the problem with a film like this. There's 11 new characters. You cannot introduce 11 new characters and not flesh them out and just give beats to each of them. It's not enough. I know you've cast it really well, but you can get away with that, I think, with two or three characters. You can get away with casting really well, not giving them enough screen time to really flesh out their characters. But 11 is too much to ask. If you can throw, I mean, I'm throwing in Dane Whitman as the 11th. That's too much to ask. We needed more. In my opinion, we needed more. And this is a 2-hour and 40-minute movie. I think the mistake was that they just went ahead and put all the Eternals in this thing. We don't get to know their backstory individually. We don't get to know the journeys they've been on individually. We don't get a lot of stuff with Phastos until there's a big moment with Phastos for sure. But even that, I'm telling you, it isn't as powerful as people are playing it out to be for me. You can't have something like that. I'm not going to spoil it, but you can't have something like that and not flesh out how that all came to be. It just isn't effective for me. It's going like, hey, we threw it in there. To me, it's not enough. You've got to flesh this thing out for it to really have the power and the weight that you hope it has by putting it in the movie. The story itself, I don't think it's as powerful, as devastating as they were hoping it was going to be. I don't think it's as moving, as kind of challenging as they were hoping it to be. And as I said, introducing 11 new characters, not fleshing them, most of them out, just expecting the audience to do the work for you, I think was a massive mistake by Marvel here, which is why I think the film for me is, I give it 3 cowboy hats. It's 3 cowboy hats for me overall, because I just didn't 100% like the full story, and I had some trouble during the back half of the movie when they're putting the band back together, and you see the motivations of certain Eternals when they do certain things, and they don't feel as fleshed out, they don't feel as believable. You don't believe that they would really do or take those steps there to put that forward. So in your mind, like, yeah, I guess it's working for the overall story, but it doesn't work for me organically. Chloé Zhao has an incredible eye. She's directed a fantastic film. In terms of the visual nature of the film, she's directed a fantastic film. The story is the issue. I think there's a problem here with this film because of that. There's too much. There's just too much thrown in. It's not that it's too much to handle or too much to understand. Please miss me with that bullshit. It's more a matter of there's not a cohesive, organic story that feels connective as you go through. It becomes disconnected as they come together. That's the ironic negative about the film. So do I recommend the film? Yes, go see it if you're a Marvel fan. But as I said, 3 cowboy hats for me because it just didn't quite hit the mark as I was hoping it would hit the mark for sure. Now, as far as the post-credit scenes, those are fantastic and got me excited. 2 different emotions coming out of each one of those scenes. So I'm not going to ruin it. Just say those are definitely well worth it for you to go see the movie. All right, well, let me know what you thought of this non-spoiler review in the comments section below. Remember to like this video as well and share it on your social media. It's really important when you share it and you're telling people, hey, the Outlaw Nation is a cool place to go to hang out and watch reviews or trailer reactions or live shows or pre-produced videos. It's a lot of fun to go and be there. And maybe they'll subscribe and hit that bell button. That's what you got to do. Hit subscribe, then hit that bell button so they can see and you can see all the content we are dropping here on the Outlaw Nation channel when it drops. Head on over to Twitch as well. As I said earlier, follow and subscribe to me there, the Outlaw Nation, all one word. And if you want to be part of the Patreon, support everything we're doing here and geek out with us on the Outlaw Nation channel, then we'll head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/John Rocha. You see the multiple tiers that you can be part of, all the hangouts, the Discord fun stuff they do, the watch-alongs they do of movies. And we also have the Outlaw Nation Movie Trivia League, which is a lot of fun there. You can be a part of it after you're a member for 3 months. You can play in tag teams, singles, movie-specific battles. It's a lot of fun. IG stuff, Star Wars stuff. It's a lot of fun and not toxic at all. Just a lot of fun with all these players enjoying themselves. And I've played every once in a while, and I've got to call a couple of matches too, which is a lot of fun for sure. So there you go. That's everything I've got to tell you about Eternals in a non-spoiler way here. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you next time with another brand new review here on the Outlaw Nation channel.